What's up, boys? What's going on, man? Welcome to the show. It is May 5th, 2023. It is Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone. You're listening to Just My Two Cents. It's another Friday, which means it's another weigh-in show. It is a UFC 288 ceremonial weigh-in pregame. That's right, boys. We are pre-gaming for the ceremonial weigh-ins for UFC 288, taking place tomorrow night at the Prudential Center in New Jersey. Excuse me while I choke on this fucking coffee. Excuse me. Yes, the ceremonial weigh-ins for UFC 288 are scheduled to take place at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think it's at the Prudential Center that they're doing the Staredowns. I can't remember if that's where the weigh-in show is taking place or not. In any case, we're going to be pre-gaming for it. I am going to talk about the fights. I will talk about the official weigh-in results. I did watch the weigh-ins, and I'll tell you what I thought about that. I'll tell you who I thought looked good and bad. There was one fighter that missed weight. There is a fight that has been canceled. We will address that. There's a little bit of channel news and a couple little news update things I want to talk about, stuff that's happened this week. And I have more burning questions for the chat if anyone's interested. And yeah, then we'll just pregame. I have a greasy little slate lined up for this card. I'll tell you what my bets are. You know what my picks are. I haven't changed any of them. I never do. So I will refresh y'all's memory on that. And yeah, let me know who y'all have, who you like. And yeah, we'll have ourselves a good time. Toke up, drink up, get ready for the weigh-ins. I'm excited, man. This is a pretty decent pay-per-view as far as like the hype for it, especially the main event. The card, like the main card itself is okay. I'd give this overall pay-per-view card, like prelims and early prelims included, I give it like a C. The main event is really good, though. The main event's a solid A. It's got a lot on the line, a lot of narrative and storyline behind it. I watched the press conference yesterday. Well, I watched it after it happened, but I did watch it yesterday late. Yeah, I'll tell you briefly what I thought about that. And yeah, that's what we'll do today. But yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone. I didn't know this until yesterday. Did a little research, Wikipedia research, but Cinco de Mayo is actually not Mexican Independence Day. Mexico's Independence Day is like September 16th, I think. Cinco de Mayo is a celebration, a Mexican celebration. It's a celebration of the victory of the Mexican army over the Second French Empire at the Battle of Puebla. And I'm pretty sure that in Mexico, it's really only the state of Puebla that celebrates Cinco de Mayo. it's like expanded since then. I think it was like as part of like the Chicano movement in like whenever that was, the 18 something, whatever, whenever that happened. I think it kind of got expanded and is kind of now just like seen as Cinco de Mayo is now seen as just like a general celebration of Mexican heritage, Mexican American heritage, or whatever. So yeah, happy Cinco de Mayo. Now it's pretty much just like, yeah, yay Mexico, let's get drunk. But yeah, that's cool. So yeah, happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. What up, General? What up, boy? Yeah, my loop, my fucking garage band loop. Yep, jamming out, man. Hope you boys are doing good. So yeah, man, on let's see. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Oh yeah. This is like, it's Cinco de Mayo, and I know this gentleman has been referring to it as Fernando Padilla Day. And that's fine with me. Man, big shout out to that man right there, and that man you see on your screen right there. Not Julian Rosen. No, man, shout out to Aaron the dog and Fernando Padilla. Wednesday was really fucking cool for me. That's the first time I've ever really gotten to talk to a fighter or been on like panel with them. I've been in chats before a couple times where a fighter's being interviewed or whatever, but that's the first time I really got to like talk to a fighter. And I got to give a big shout out and thank you to Aaron the dog for letting me be a part of that. He didn't have to do that. He could have made that stream, or he could have had Fernando on any fucking day of the week. But I appreciate being able to be a part of that. And shout out to Fernando Padilla, man. That dude is cool as fuck. He was very just like casual, and I was trying like the whole time. I was like, okay, say as little as possible, and then when you do talk, don't say anything stupid. And both of those are kind of tough for me. So no, man, shout out to Aaron for having Fernando on, and for Mr. Padilla for coming on and chopping it up. Him and Aaron are pretty tight, and it's awesome to see like pretty much like the dream come true, man. Like all this like toil and hard work and bullshit with the visas and all that shit, to see that like pay off, not only to get into the UFC, but like go in there in your debut and just smoke a pretty fucking decent fighter. That's fucking cool. And it was really, really sweet to be, to witness that and kind of be a part of that. So yeah, shout out to them, man. What up, Cardone? What up, Smith? So yeah, man, make sure y'all go check out that stream that Aaron did on Wednesday. And yeah, dude, this is another Fernando Padilla friendly channel. I'm gonna ride with Fernando till the wheels fall off. So yeah, man, that was cool. Shout out to both of them. Let's see, so 288, the eve of 288, boys. Ceremonial weigh-in coming up soon. I got burning questions for the chat. Y'all see the official weigh-in results scrolling across the bottom there. Yeah, so as you can see, one fighter missed weight. Ugly Man Joe weighed in at 189. But the weird thing is that he didn't look terrible. Like, I'm not going to say he looked great. His body language was horrible. He was very, like, discouraged. You can tell that he knew he was going to miss weight. And that's kind of why I don't think he looked that bad. Because, like, I had to scrub through some of the UFC weigh-in show because I didn't catch it live. I was kind of just fast forwarding like through all to get all the results and shit. But I did see them when Holmes got up there. Weidman was saying something like it might have been he got to the point where he was still like whatever, like a half pound off, and he's like, "Nah, this shit ain't coming off," and he just started drinking water because he didn't look like really sucked out. So I think he just hit the point where it's like this weight isn't coming off, and it's not going to happen. I'm gonna miss weight. And he started rehydrating, which is what it seemed like based on how he looked. So that was your one miss. The fight that has been scrapped was Zalgas, Zumagulov, and Estevam. What's his last name? Fuck. What's Estevam's last name? I can't even remember. But Estevam, fuck. What is that? That's going to piss me off. Yeah, Estevam had a medical issue. I think it was a weight cutting related medical issue. Surprise, surprise. Estevam. Rafael Estevam. That's why, because Estevam is his last name. Rafael Estevam. Okay. Rafael Estevam had a. Let's see if I can see what this is. Weight management issues. Yeah, it doesn't say much else on this. Just weight cut related. Didn't even show up. Didn't even try to weigh in. Zalgas looked like shit, but it doesn't matter anyway because the fight got scrapped. So that's what happened with the official weigh-ins. Like I said, you can see the results. I will tell you who else I think looked rough, and that is these guys right here. Most of the fighters look good. I will say that. For the most part, everyone looked pretty sharp. But there were a few guys that looked sucked out. And I don't look so much at their like physique, like their abs and their like biceps and stuff. I kind of look at their like face and their shoulders and their neck and like their body language. That's kind of how I make my determination. But I will say this, and I always say this. It doesn't really matter. If one fighter is better than the other, how they look at the weigh-ins won't make a fuck. It usually just matters if they're on the same skill level. One of them looks a lot worse. Sometimes that can make that little bit of difference. But if it's a case where it's like some lower or mid-level fighters, it don't really fucking matter. If the guy's better, him missing weight or looking like shit, it's not really the determining factor to me. But that's just my opinion. But if I was y'all, I point out cases every fucking week, every card, where these guys will either miss weight or look like shit, and they'll just win or smoke their opponent. And dudes that look like fucking Adonises or brick shithouses end up actually shitting bed. So that's why I say that. Now, this is who looked rough to me. Cejudo was the first on the scale. I thought he looked pretty sucked out. He is coming off a 3-year layoff, so that's not really surprising. Drew Dober, I don't care what anyone says. You can talk about, how chiseled he looks. Nah, man, he looks sucked out. He looked rough. Matt Frivola looked rough to me. I could literally see the fucking contours of his skull. And Crone looked weird and kind of a little rough, and he just looked weird. Now, that's who did not look very good to me. Most of the fighters did, though, man. Most of the fighters came in looking healthy and in shape. And this is who I thought looked pretty damn good. Jessica and Jan both look sharp. I was a little worried about Andrade and how she's been kind of yo-yoing back and forth between 115 and 125, but it's obviously not weight cut related or weight issue management related. So they both look good. I couldn't really Irna or Vina, whatever. I left her in neutral because I couldn't really see what her face looked like. She had the shades on. Sometimes that's not the best sign as far as like how the weight cut went, but I don't think she looked bad necessarily. But I thought Marina looked good. Braxton looked good. He was 262. Bedoya looked fine. He's a lightweight, so he looks nice and healthy and kind of a little soft at welterweight, but he looked healthy. Aliskerov looked pretty sharp. So did Jourdain. I don't think Jourdain cuts a ton of weight. He's not like a massive featherweight or anything. I thought that Brian Lopez looked pretty good. Kennedy always looks pretty good on scales for the most part. The best look, man, I might have to edit this for the best looking. Might be Gilbert Burns, dude. Like he weighed in at 171, which I think is smart considering he had pretty much back-to-back weight cuts. But for all that, I mean, dude's a pro, man. He looked really fucking sharp. Didn't look that drained. Looked healthy. Good body language. Looks confident. So, yeah, he might have been the sharpest looking one, dude. I mean, but Claudio Ribeiro makes a pretty good case. He looks like a superhero. Phil Haas looks sharp. Chaos Williams, man. That dude, he has a crazy mean mug. Like he's an intimidating looking dude, but he looked really sharp. So did Devin Clark and Parker Porter, man. Weighing at 249, he usually just looks like a tub of shit, and he looked like he lost some weight and actually took his conditioning seriously. So shout out to him. I thought he looked pretty good. Got to put him in the sharp. Usually he just saunters up there tipping the scales, but it looked like he took it seriously. So shout out to him. Very quick turnaround for him. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, that's pretty much what I thought about the weigh-ins themselves. Now, how about some burning questions for this burning two-person chat? I know the two people in here just dying to get their fucking take in. But yeah, man, I got some burning questions for you, Brajas. Yeah, the fires look rough. All look really fucking rough. Just because Drew Dober's face looks all like chiseled and mewed out or whatever, it's like, nah, he's drained, man. Like Dober cuts a lot of fucking weight. He's muscular as shit. So it gets to a point where it's like he has 0% body fat and starting to like suck the fucking fluids out of all his organs and stuff. I don't know, man. It gets to the point with Dober, it's like you're starting to cut muscle. But yeah, that was rough. So yeah, that's the official weigh-in results. Who look good and who look bad. Now, I got some questions for y'all, man. Unacceptable, Smith. No, I was playing. Yep, for Cardone alone. I know, dude. He looked insane. What's up, Zach? He looked ridiculous. Like he looked crazy. He looked weight drained and fucking yeah. DDC. So, burning questions for you Mifks. You Mofks. I'm bringing this back from last week. Obviously, a couple of the questions have already been answered. Who's most likely to miss weight? Well, Holmes was the one that did miss weight. Which fight is most likely to get canceled? Well, Zalgas and Esteban did get canceled. So that answers those two. But as far as the other ones, and I haven't given this one a ton of thought, but what's going to be the just stinker, man? Who's going to fucking stink up the joint? Which fight is going to put everyone to sleep? Which fight is going to be the okay shit break, smoke break? You know, maybe talk to your wife, maybe. Yeah. Yep, burning questions. Shooting the cheese. What's the snoozer, man? Who's going to put everyone to sleep? I don't know. Let me think about it. Y'all think about it. I'm going to think about it too. UFC schedule. Who is going to just. Let's look at the early prelims first. I could see, if there's not a knockout, I could see Haas and Ikram being a snoozer. Because Haas has pretty good takedown defense. I could see Ikram just like pushing him up against the fence, trying to get takedowns, Haas getting back to his feet, and like 15 minutes of that. Now, there could be a finish in that fight, but that has potential. That has snoozer potential. I would say Smith and Porter does, because I would say, like, okay, if Braxton can't knock him out in the first round, it could end up being boring. But I think what'll happen is if he doesn't, then Parker will probably end up finishing him. So I don't think that is going to be like a 15-minute snooze fest. I think someone will probably like that. That's going to be a matter of who has more in the tank and who, like, it's really about if Parker can survive the first round to me. But I don't think that's necessarily going to be a snoozer. I think someone's going to get finished in that one. Maybe Rodriguez and Verna. Maybe if it's just like 15 minutes on the feet. I don't know, though, man. I think if Verna stands with Rodriguez, I think she's going to get her ass beat. But if she grapples, I think she could have a lot. That's another one where it's like, that could end up looking more like a performance of the night, other than more than a snoozer or a fight of the night necessarily. Maybe Kennedy and Devin Clark. That's another one. Devin Clark could do a lot of fence pushing if Kennedy can't knock him out. I don't know, though, man. I'm pretty high on Kennedy. And main card, maybe Gilbert and Bilal. If Bilal's doing a lot of grappling, Gilbert's defending takedowns, and it's just kind of messy for 5 rounds. I don't know. What do y'all think? What's the snoozer? I was thinking that. I was thinking maybe, but it's like I think like if Smith is like round 1 or bust to me. Yeah, I had to do a lot of tape. So I did watch tape on Braxton. The guys he's fighting are literally like club fighters. They're Uber drivers. So you can't take a ton from it, but like he's not like, I don't know. Porter just isn't very good. And he's kind of chinny. And Braxton's finishes are all in the first round. So I really think with it being the UFC debut and the way he fights, he just goes balls to the fucking wall. Sells out for the knockout. And if he doesn't get it, I think he's going to be toast. Like, I think he's going to be really fucking gassed. Parker will probably put him away in the second or third, but maybe that could be snoozer. But yeah, Clark and Kennedy, I'm hoping not. I'm hoping Kennedy just knocks him out. And I think if it's standing for a significant amount of time, I think Devin Clark's going to be in trouble. With Kennedy's reach and like the fact that he does start to like work his way into the fight. And once he starts going downhill and putting people on the end of his punches and knees and kicks and shit, I think he's going to fuck Devin Clark up. But if Devin Clark gets the wrestling going and Kennedy can't find his range and he just puts on a weird performance, like, yeah, that could be a 3-round Devin Clark fence push snoozer. Maybe. He's pretty chinny, though, and like when Kennedy starts getting that striking going, dude, Devin doesn't deal with big punches and strikes very well. He just doesn't. He's very reactive to him. He just sells out for his wrestling when he gets hurt. See, something was telling me that it was just automatic picking Kennedy here for me. Maybe it's just, I do like to fade Devin Clark, but I don't think he's very good. I just think Devin's kind of a jobber, and he's getting up there. Like, Kennedy's younger, he's way fresher. People are looking at like the Da and Jung performance. Like, I thought that was just a weird performance from Kennedy, and he could put on another one here, but I don't like. I think it was kind of a weird performance from Da and Jung against Kennedy too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that was Devin Clark necessarily. Like, y'all remember how bad Da and Jung looked in that fight? I don't know. I just think Kennedy's got better since that loss. Dude, look at the Ion Kutalaba fights. Like, Devin lost to Kutalaba. He got grapple fucked, and Kennedy destroyed Ion. I think that's the Kennedy we see now. I think Kennedy knocks him out. I don't hate the Clark side, but it could be a snoozer though, man. If Clark gets his game going, that could be a fucking snoozer. That's actually not a terrible shout. I can see that. I respect that selection. Now, what up, Jackie boy? You just in time, dude. What's the snoozer, Jack? I agree. I agree, because I don't think Kennedy is just going to get held against the cage for 15 minutes. I don't see that, man. He is pretty active in like getting back to his feet and getting his game going. Kennedy's a guy that likes to try and get his game going, not someone that just, I don't know, man. He works his way into fights, and that's kind of like, I just think that's a bad matchup for Devin Clark. A dude that gets stronger as the fight goes on, because that's what Clark counts on. Clark counts on like being able to survive a storm and then like coming back against his opponent. And I don't think that's going to work when Kennedy's like getting into his groove. That's just me though. Now, what's the opposite of that? Jack, what's the snoozer and what's going to be the banger? What's going to be the fucking... Dude, I didn't want to say this, but I could see the main event maybe being a snoozer too. If it's a lot of grappling, I could see that being a snoozer, man. And I could see it going to decision like a motherfucker. Henry's talking about he's going to finish Aljo in 3 rounds. I'm not really buying that. He could. I hope he does. But I don't really see that, man. It could be fight of the night too, though. It could be fire. I don't know. I'm not like super duper confident in what's going to happen in the main event. I think it's a true 50-50. I'm on Cejudo. I did bet Cejudo by decision, but that's a 50-50, and I can't like shit on anyone for picking Aljo. He has passed to victory in this fight, and I think he's like the rightful. I can't remember who's the slight favorite now, but if he is, I think he's probably the rightful favorite. But fight of the night, I could see it being Bilal and Gilbert, but that's another one I could see it being either one. If they both come out and fight their fucking asses off, I think it'd be a good fight. It could also be a performance of the night for one of them. I can see Gilbert finishing Bilal. But if Bilal, it's another one where Bilal gets his grappling going, it could. I don't know though, man. I just don't like. I don't see Burns. Burns just doesn't get like grapple fucked all that often. When he loses, it's by knockout usually. That just doesn't like. I don't see that. Like, Gilbert just, even in their like, you look at their similar opponents, Gilbert is just beating them like more dominantly to me. I don't know, man. I've never been high on Bilal. I constantly like fade the dude, and he constantly feeds me crow. So it's like, maybe this is a bad sign. Like, I shouldn't be fading him here, but I just think Gilbert's more dangerous, and he's not like someone that you just got to knock him out, and that just ain't Bilal Muhammad to me. So, yeah, I mean, I could see Bilal sneaking one, but I don't know. I think the fans are going to be on Gilbert's side. I think the judges, like, I don't even know, man. I don't think it's going the distance. I think Gilbert's going to finish him. But, so yeah, that one, maybe fight of the night. Maybe Dober for Bola. If Dober doesn't chin check him, I think Drew's going to knock him out. But like, if it gets extended into like the second or third round, even if Dober does end up finishing it, I think it'll probably be because like Frivola's just drug him into a dogfight. Although trying to imagine like Frivola in a dogfight with Dober, it sounds cool, like it sounds awesome. I just don't think Matt's chin is going to be able to stand up to it. If they're just trading rock'em sock'em robots, Dober's tougher and he hits harder. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You really think Matt Frivola hits harder because he fucking chinned Gennaro Valdez, and like Atman Zaitar? Dober knocked out the dude that smoked Frivola in a matter of seconds. Like, it's just the chin and the power. People have tried to make the case for Frivola. It's like, no, he is inferior in both of those categories. He has to wrestle here to win. I don't buy that Matt Frivola. So that to me, it thinking about it, like, yeah, it could be, but it's like, now the more I think about it, like, nah. That's a performance. That's either a performance of the night for Matt or like KO of the night for Drew. Frivola's too chinny to bang with Dober. He's going to have to wrestle him. And Dober doesn't have like a terrible get up game, or, his takedown defense isn't very good, but he does act like the floor is lava. So I don't know, man. Fight of the night. Could be Marina and Berna. It ain't gonna be Jan and Jessica. Jessica's gonna fuck that girl up, dude. I think y'all are trying to get cute with Jan shouting on this week, but that's gonna be a levels fight. I don't see that being fight of the night. I'll eat crow if it is, but nah, Jessica's gonna fuck her up. Those kind of fighters don't do well against Andrade. You have to be like either a champion or just an elite fucking. You have to hurt her. So, fight of the night. I can maybe see it be in the main event. I can see that. What y'all think? Jack says I still need to give the weigh-ins a closer peep. So yeah, you can if you want to, Jack, you can scroll back through and see who I thought looked good and bad, and then see what you think when you go look at them. But yeah, I thought Dober, Cejudo, Frivola, and Crone all look kind of shitty. Everyone else looked pretty good. I'm going to go with Evelev for the snoozer. Yeah, if Evelev doesn't finish him, man, it's just going to be grappling domination. That's a good call. Dober Frivola, maybe. Lobby says, remember the name. Oh, I know your fucking Midwest ass is on Bilal. Do we be Frivola? Yep. Frivola putting that weight back on quick as fuck. Yeah, they both look rough. Dober and Frivola look rough. I've been picking Bilal, but I got Gilbert here. 5 rounds. I don't think it's going 5 rounds. I like Bilal gas tank over Burns. I think the damage is going to come from Gilbert. Dober's chin's the best game. But he didn't get one punch. Like Frivola went out from one punch, Jack. You cannot say that he has a better chin. And Dober came back and finished McKinney. So it's like Dober could take not getting fucking slumped unconscious. Frivola just went out. So it's not close. Dober has a better chin, and he has more power, and Frivola has to fucking wrestle. Yeah, against Wiley, Jan doesn't have nearly that kind of power, ferociousness. She's a fucking pity-patting fucking point fighter. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I know a lot of people are taking a shot at Frivola. I get it. Like, everyone loves the steamroller. Everyone up fucking Frivola's ass. He's a fucking fan favorite. Yeah, they wrestled before. Yeah, he's been in the game a long time. He's still at these are fights that have happened recently too. Like, this is pretty recent. evidence that Dober still has a good chin, and Frivola has been fighting these. As I know, Zaitar was undefeated, but he ain't fought nobody. He's a fucking fraud. Dober is not a fraud. He just knocked out Bobby Green. Come on now. This is kind of a levels fight too, boys. Let's just be real. Dober and Frivola is a little bit of a levels fight. To me. Oh, yeah, he is a very popular underdog this week. That's another reason why I like Dober, is everyone is up fucking Matt Frivola's taint. When Drew sparks him out, y'all are just going to move right on to the next one. Act like it never happened. Anyways, all right, so we'll get to the underdog in a second. I already know who Jack's going to say for his most confident underdog. Who's your most confident favorite? I know we don't like to use the L word, but if we were going, who's the closest thing to y'all's L word? Who's the closest thing? Jack, who's your favorite that just ain't going to lose? That's a good question. I know that Bilal doesn't really have the kind of heat that usually hurts Gilbert Burns. He's just not known as that kind of fighter. I think people are a little. Look, the wins over Wonder Boy and Luke Hay are legit. Gilbert Burns also beat Wonder Boy. Bilal took Damian Maia to a decision. Gilbert smoked that motherfucker. Like, on the feet, Bilal's going to get his fucking ass whooped. I don't buy this. Oh, Bilal's a pretty good striker now. The striking is close on the feet. No, it's not. If Bilal doesn't wrestle in this fight, he's going to get knocked out. If he doesn't mix it up, he's going to get chin checked. And he might get chin checked anyway. And he might get subbed anyway. I just think, like, I don't know, man. I just think people, like, I get the Bilal Muhammad love. I get the side. He has been on a pretty impressive win streak. I got to give him credit for it. But I think he gets turned away here. Gilbert has beaten the same guys he's beaten and kind of more impressively. So. Yeah, tough to say with that one, right? But yeah, like, if he's barely a favorite now, yeah, it's not a bad shout. Outside of the obvious, I think it's either Dober or Kennedy for Zach. That's his favorite. Yeah, I'm with you. Cardone. I think Andrade, this is a levels fight. This is another levels fight. You have to be the next one up. You have to be the next champion, a.k.a. Aaron Blanchfield, or you have to be a champion or former champion. That's who Jessica loses to anymore. If you want to go back and look 10 years into the past and go off that, look at who Yan Xiaonan got choked out by. I guarantee you've never fucking heard of her. Choked by some nobody. So lately, Jessica's been fighting on a higher level. The most dangerous fighter that Jan's ever been in there with is Marina Rodriguez. She went to a split with her. Amanda Lemos fucked up Marina Rodriguez, and Jessica smoked Amanda Lemos, dude. Jan is not going to be able to pity pat Jessica for 3 rounds. If she stands with Jessica, she's going to get hurt. Grappling, Jessica's a better grappler. Like, if people can't see by now that Mackenzie Dern is kind of fraudulent, like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I think people are going off that. People are trying to go off, like, just people are trying to get too cute with this, man. Trying to get too cute. This is a levels fight, and y'all are going to put some fucking respect on Jessica Andrade's name after this when she fucking finishes Yan Xiaonan. And I'm going to love it. God. Cardone going to get me fucking canceled. She looks good, man. She doesn't like put on a ton of weight. She always kind of stays in shape. And it's just kind of like, who's the best fight for me at this weight class? I think there's a better fight for me now at 125. Now there's a better fight at 115. I don't think it's a case of like, oh, I can't handle this weight. I got to move up. Oh, I can't handle this. I got to move down. Like, I don't know. No, you're going to see. Because the girl she's fighting she doesn't have to worry about the fucking return fire like she's going to with Jessica. The threat is not there from fucking Angela Hill and Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Did you see what Jessica did to Karolina? She didn't pity pat her for 3 rounds. She slumped her unconscious with 1 punch. That's what happens. Jan can trade with Karolina for 3 rounds. She trades with Jessica for 3 rounds. She get knocked the fuck out, dude. Yeah, she doesn't like. She goes to decisions against these like jobber ass fighters, man. I'm not going to make that excuse. If Jessica loses, I'll just say Jan is better and it's been improving. But she's older than Jessica. She hasn't been fighting on the same level. She doesn't have the same power. She doesn't have the grappling. I just like, all right. Whatever, dude. Jack, you know that Blanchfield's striking has improved. You know that Blanchfield is way more dangerous than Yan Xiaonan. Blanchfield is way more of a finisher and she's meaner than Yan, in my opinion. Yan, people can say Yan's mean, but she's a pillow-fisted pity patter that just likes to stick and move. And like, you've seen what happened when people try and stick and move against Andrade. Eventually they get caught. And like I said, breaking down this, I don't really have time to go back and forth with Jack about this fight anymore because Jack digs his heels in and just, even when he loses, he still digs his heels in. So I don't have time for that, Jack, right now. We have short time. So let me get to these other questions. Obviously, I know Jack is on Jan. So anybody else? Burning question for anyone else. I kind of know where Jack stands on this. Oh, well, actually, is it Jan or Frivola, Jack? For you this week, is it Jan or Frivola? I know you're pretty heavy on both of those. Who is your most confident dog? Yeah, that's another thing. She was worried about Blanchfield fucking taking her down. Yeah, I think she's gonna beat her ass. I think she's gonna club and sub her, honestly. Marina Rodriguez is a bird compared to Jessica. As far as power, it's not even close, dude. Interesting. Jackie boy keeping me on my toes with that. Most confident dog is Braxton. That is hilarious too, because you've been arguing with me so much. Like whenever Jack it doesn't matter if he's the most confident or not. Whenever Jack sees that I'm on the other side, it's just here we go. Off to the races. Because you're arguing with me so much and you're not even as confident on Jan and Frivola. I mean, I'm not saying you were like super confident on Frivola, but yeah, that's funny. That's actually pretty funny. That's what I'm hoping to. All right. So who's gonna steal the show, boys? Who is gonna steal this fucking show? Who is gonna put on a star-making performance? It's Fernando Padilla last week for me. Vina, says Cardone. Vina gonna steal the show. Whoop on Marina. I don't know if it's gonna be stealing the show. I think Jessica's gonna fucking finish Jan, and everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa, Jessica's probably the next contender again." Cejudo could steal the show. If Cejudo finishes Sterling like he says he's going to, I don't necessarily believe it, but if he does, that's a show stealer. If Burns knocks out Bilal, that's a show stealer. Fair enough, Jackie boy. Fair enough. Fair enough. Vena's the dog of the week. My most confident underdog is not who my most confident underdog is now, dude. It was fucking. I was pretty confident in Joseph Holmes. I'm definitely not as much now. I think Ribeiro fucking sucks, and I think Holmes is very live to sub that motherfucker. I think he's kind of like a more technical striker too. I'm worried about the weight miss and like because obviously he had a bad cut and he just like not this is over. It looked like he had tried to cut, wasn't going to happen, and just started rehydrating because he looked like he knew it, and it wasn't like he was like smiling and shit like ha ha ha. I just got one over. He was like, fuck, this looks bad. I know, I miss weight. Fuck. So I'm not as confident in him as I was. As far as other dogs, one of my more confident dogs is fucking Johnny Munoz and little Willie Pussycat Duck the Fade. That is a fat ass squirrel, dude. He's fucking weighing that branch down. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I can see this fucking squirrel in his tree right outside my window. It's distracting. But yeah, for confident dog. I mean, Braxton. I like Braxton too. I'm picking Braxton in this fight, but I'm not sure. Stealing the show. Yeah, I think it could be. I mean, I think if Cejudo beats Sterling, it'll probably steal the show anyway, no matter what it's by. Like, just because of the nature of the spot they're in, to come in and the story behind it, coming back after 3 years, beating the most dominant bantamweight. So, yeah, that. But I do think like if Burns chin checks Bilal, if Jessica smokes Jan, yeah, I think any of those can make the case too. Triple C. If he does win, okay, so yeah, if he does win and he does knock out Dober in New Jersey, that'll be insane. If he grinds out a greasy split, he'll get the cheer from the crowd, but that ain't no fucking show stealing performance. But if he does win, if he knocks out Dober, obviously, yeah, that's a guaranteed. He said, who are all the plus money hoes that are betting on Philip? Man, I thought about betting Haas. I'll be honest with you, dude. What's keeping me off of it is that the fact that he didn't just get KO'd by Roman, he got his knee fucking torn apart. That wasn't that long ago. Like, he got his knee destroyed. And against a dude that I know he's going to be having to defend a lot of takedowns, I think he's just going to Sambo fuck him, dude. I'm not incredibly confident in that. From a betting perspective, it's dog or pass for me, and I'm just fucking passing. But I don't hate the shot on Haas. Like, if it was a non-knee torn Phil Haas that hadn't just got slumped by Roman, and I still think he's live. Like, I still think he's probably the better striker. He definitely hits hard. He's kind of a glass cannon. I don't know, man. But these stare downs are about to start, so let me get prepared for this. I want to smoke a little bit of fucking weed, dude. I'll smoke a little bit of fucking Chiba. Get my mind right. If y'all would like to join me. Got some White Walker, dude. And it is pretty fucking dank. White Walker by Good Green. Shout out to my fake sponsor, Good Green. Get at your boy about that real sponsorship money, though, for real. But yeah, man. White Walker. It's pretty good. Get this stream up. And then we can talk about greasy bets, a little more about the fights. But I will have my picks up for this as they go through. And then I'll let y'all know about my slate. And like I said, obviously my picks are about to go out. Well, my picks went out on Wednesday on Aaron's show, but I'll go back through them. Get this up. UFC 288 ceremonial weigh-in. Okay. Still waiting on them. I'm going to take a quick... I got to fucking piss, dude. I'm going to take a quick piss, and I'll be right back. Not going to put the song up, dude. I'll be right back. Okay, still waiting for the weigh-ins to start. Sorry about that. I forgot that all I had was my phone on me. So I could not play the song at the same time. Apologies, but ready for these. Excuse me. Yep, they're changed forever. I think a lot of what little faith people have left in Haas is in large part due to the Malcone win. It was on 5 days' notice. I doubt the outcome is the same if Malcone had adequate preparation. It's a fair point. I'm on Johnny War Solditch. Talking about the one card. I'm talking about one. Okay. Yeah, of course it's not starting. Of course it's like fucking, they say they start at 4 and it's always like 4:06 or some shit. Sage is a martial artist, not a fighter. Sage is a nice dude. He's a good guy, and he's a traditional martial artist. Like, I know he's a fighter technically, but it's like he is just more of a, I don't know. He's about the art form. He's about looking cool, performing techniques correctly, and doing crazy like katas and stuff with swords and shit. It's like, I don't know, man. He's just not much of a fucking cage fighter to me. He's a white boy and he's jacked. Deal with it. Yeah, where the fuck? It's annoying, dude, because like when the screen locks on a stream that hasn't started yet, you can't go back to it. Like it doesn't show up in my library as, oh, I've looked at this, so I can go right back into it. I have to go back to the whole thing. It's fucking annoying. Still waiting on UFC. Anyway, so all right, let's talk about these fights. Let's talk some more about these fights. What fight have we not really talked about very much? Talked about Clark and Nchekwu. We talked a little bit about Dober and Frivola. Crone Gracie and Charles Jourdain. I want to know, Jack, Cardone, what do y'all think about Crone and Charles? I thought the press conference was pretty tasty between those two. Crone's been acting weird as fuck all week. He is weird as fuck. So I just feel like a killer, man. I've been shooting guns in my backyard. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Crone is a weird fucking dude. And this is one of the toughest fights to predict, honestly. This is truly a striker versus grappler. If Charles gets taken down and Crone gets on top of him, he's getting subbed. If it stays on the feet, I think Crone is going to get knocked out. If he can't have sustained grappling success, Charles does fucking hit hard. And he's another guy that builds into the fight, usually kind of drops the first round, but yeah, I don't have a ton of confidence either way. I'm staying the fuck away from it. I thought about betting Crone by sub for a second, but I just don't like it, man. It's too like, what do they say? The volatility. It's too unpredictable. I don't know what I'm going to get from Crone after 4 years. Like his last fight was against a middle-aged cub. He kind of just got tuned up for 3 rounds. His striking didn't look that great. I just don't think it'll go the same way or worse. That's what I'm trying to say. Charles is faster than Cub. I don't think anybody would argue that. And I think Crone he's going to be in trouble, man, on the feet. I think he's going to get hurt. But it could only take one takedown. So that's why I'm not touching it. I don't hate anybody for taking a shot on Crone. It's too much of an unknown for me, and someone that doesn't. It's not like Crone was some like veteran. He had 5 fucking fights. That's it. Kind of spaced out too. And he subbed Bruce Leroy, who's been subbed like 175 times, and then got tuned up by Cub. I just what can I fucking extrapolate from that? Like, what can I take from that? And then a 4-year layoff because he freaked out about COVID. No, I gotta go to Montana. Just retreat into the fucking mountains of Montana and do jujitsu and shoot guns. Like, that's cool. But like, now you just want to come back and fight now? And you're 34 and you're never really that good to begin with. You're a fucking jujitsu nerd who started training with you're a jujitsu nerd who trained with the Diaz brothers. Now you think you're a tough guy. And yeah, if he stays on the feet with Charles, he's going to get knocked out. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I think he might do some weird shit and just get some fucking weird standing back take or something, man. I don't know. I just don't want to touch it. Freebie, Jack's freebie of the week, Cejudo DJ plus 200, the GOAT parlay. It's a testament to Jardin capability that I somehow trust Crone in the Montana Woods cosplaying as Ted K for 4 years more than I trust Charles. I like Henry 2. I like Henry 3. Yes, he has not just been on the couch. He's been coaching, training good fighters. And for the last year, he's been getting ready. Yeah. I don't really think it's Jack says Jones and shit. I think so too, because it was like he's like, I had to move my gym because of COVID. He's just some weirdo, like doomer, fucking doomsday prepper, flat earther weirdo. Like he's just a weird, like paranoid dude. It wasn't like he just fucking did jujitsu he just taught jujitsu in Montana. Just because, like, nah, I just can't handle this, bro. Can't handle this world. Charles has been taken out twice as many times as he's had UFC fights. Yeah, I don't blame anybody for passing on this. Definitely don't blame anyone for not wanting to lay chalk on Charles Jourdain. I wouldn't think of it. I never once thought about getting on the Jourdain side. It was whether I was going to bet Crone or not. I'm just passing. Crone is live for sure. He is live for sure. Jesus Christ. No. Very funny. Ha 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 ha. Where'd that ship go? Way in the distance. Oh, it fell off the edge of the flat earth. It disappeared. It's gone. Must have fallen off the edge of the earth, probably, right? So, but yeah, that's a tough fight to predict. Zach says ITD. Jack says Solmish. Crone ain't knocking Jourdain out. Sub him. I do hope that he does try and do that. Crone is annoying to me. And I hope he tries to be a tough guy against Charles Jourdain. But I can totally see Charles get choked and then like smiling about it afterwards and be like, oh man, he got me. Like that's dude. If he busted my parlay, I'd be way too sick about it. So I couldn't justify sticking Jourdain in a parlay, but I'm picking him for the win. I'm gonna pick. It would have been either bet Crone or nothing, but I'm gonna pick Jourdain because I think it will stay on the feet. Crone isn't some like crazy wrestler either. He's not. He's a fucking nerd. He's a fucking jiu-jitsu nerd. But like I said, now trains with the Diaz brothers and thinks he's a tough guy. What up, Avirju? Avirju? Is that I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Is Dober Burns Jessica Andrade a good parlay? Well, as I like to remind everyone, thank you, Avirju, for coming through. Hope you're doing well today. This is what I always like to say. I'm usually not the one to ask about that kind of stuff. I am a jabroni amateur gambler, much more of an entertainer / predictor. I will say this. I do have Drew Dober and Burns parlay. And I do think that all of those hit. So I'm not telling you to bet that. But that doesn't sound like a terrible parlay to me. I think Dober knocks out Frivola. I think Burns finishes Bilal. And I think Jessica finishes Jan. But I'm not telling you to bet that. But if you're just asking my 2 cents, which is what yeah, my personal opinion. But best of luck to you. Jiu-Jitsu. He is a Jiu-Jitsu. Crone shooting 0 takedowns will be no. Oh, dude, you do not. If you're a Crone Gracie backer, you do not want this on the feet for 15 minutes. You do not want to be standing with Charles Jourdain for the second round for that. Oh my God, he's knocking this guy out. He does. Yeah, no, he doesn't. So there's no pronunciation for my name. Just so worried about female fighters. They are so unpredictable. That is why. So I do have a play on Jessica this week, but I am really trying to. I've sworn off betting WMMA, and I've broken that promise to myself so many times. Like I have been such a hypocrite about that, and just a bullshitter. But it's usually I've tried to keep it just a high level women's MMA. With Jessica, I think this is a levels fight. If you're not a champion or you're the next coming, like you're like Aaron Blanchfield, Jessica beats every other fighter that's not like that. She basically beats everyone in the division that's not the champion or the next one up. And Jan's never been that to me. She got finished by Carla. She went tooth and nail with Marina, who doesn't hit nearly as hard as Jessica, not nearly as dangerous on the ground. I just think Jessica's going to fuck her up. Smith's taking notes. Yeah, that's why I'm not touching it, dude. Because he could totally do something stupid like that. I'm telling you, I said this Wednesday on Aaron's show, I could totally see Crone just Imanari rolling, grabbing a leg, using it to sweep to the back, just some dumb shit like that. Jourdain can get caught in those moments, but if it's just a fucking kickboxing match for 3 rounds, Charles Jourdain, his holy shot, he's knocking this fucking guy out for that. Oh my God, baby, on the feet with Charles. Round 3. But no, I'm staying far the fuck away from that fight. Where are these goddamn weigh-ins, dude? What up with that? What up with that? What up with that? I mean, I guess it's better than fucking bullshit promo stuff. So I will tell you in the disclosure, Jessica Andrade is my favorite female fighter. Favorite WMMA fighter. I'm super biased. But it's for a good reason. She's a former champion. In the last 7, Yan Xiaonan would be Jessica's worst loss in 7 years. She just ain't the one. I get why people are down on Andrade. She just got her ass beat by Aaron Blanchfield. Aaron Blanchfield's probably gonna be next champion. Let's be real. Aaron Blanchfield is the next coming for WMMA. Yan is not. Jessica, when she loses, she does look bad. So that's fair. When she loses, she usually gets her ass whooped. Whose ass is Yan whooping? She's just going to decision with everybody. Oh, she made Carolina do the stanky leg. You see what Jessica did to Carolina? You know what I mean? This is a levels fight to me. But no, I do not like betting WMMA. I did not go crazy with this. I literally have one play on Jessica inside the distance, and that is it. And I'm a stan. So it's yeah, WMMA is WMMA, but Jessica is is the gatekeeper for just about every fucking division other than 135, which is 2 divisions, but you know what I'm saying. King Charles getting crowned for that. French Canadian crown for this. Okay, here we fucking go. Do we finally finally have some fucking weigh-ins to talk about, dude. I know you don't want to sit here and fucking listen to me just fucking bullshit. Kind of love it, Jack. He's a French comedians. Haven't touched WMA in months. Feels good. Yeah. Shout out to the 11 people in the building. Oh, shit. Charles A just got what you meant. He is French Canadian. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Jessica does not get decision by jobbers like Jan. I mean, I'll be happy for Jack if it cashes. It'll be a tough pill to swallow, but it's not like I've never seen Jessica lose before. But I'll be disappointed in her if she loses to Jan, because Jan, I don't think she has the power to keep Jessica honest. And if Jessica does not feel threatened by your power, she will march right the fuck through you. Jan just doesn't have enough firepower to keep her away, in my opinion. She marches everybody down like, I don't know, man. She ain't like Rose with the foot. She has good footwork, but she's not like Rose, and she still got to Rose in the third round of their second fight. So, nah, dude. I just don't think she's on Rose's level. She's not on Joanna and Jacek's level. She's not on fucking Valentina's level. She got smashed by Carla, man. If Jessica takes her down and gets on top, she's gonna fuck her up. Jan ain't ready for this, man. Who she fought that can hit like Jessica? Who she fought that's as good as Jessica, period? She ain't fought nobody as good as, she ain't fought no former champions. She ain't fought no fucking knockout artists. She ain't like, nah. Ain't ready. Right on, Jackie boy. Right on. That we can agree on. Put her there, Jackie boy. Yeah, I will be happy for Jack if Jan cashes. I'll know that Jack made money. I'll know that one of my buds is doing a little bit better because of it, and I can live with that. That'll make the pill. That's like the little bite of ice cream that you take the pill down with. Yeah, I'm thinking that when it should have happened, I don't think Carla wanted any of that. No, please, ma'am, I don't want anything of this. And I go, wow, and slit your throat, and it's over and out. So they're just doing promo bullshit right now. So we will gear up for these stare downs because they are coming, boys and girls and other stuffs. Whatever you are, hope you're doing good. It's Cinco de Mayo, where we celebrate Mexico's victory over the Second French Empire at the fucking Battle of Puebla. Yes. French, you'll get away from this. You'll leave Mexico for that, baby. No, actually, I think what happened was they beat them at the Battle of Puebla. The French regrouped, took the city, and then the United States, after, I don't know if it was during or after the Civil War, started like hooking Mexico up with like supplies and stuff. And basically the French were just like driven out. Like, okay, we can't really keep this going and we have to leave now. And then some other shit happened. But that's the history behind Cinco de Mayo. And I did not know that until yesterday. But here we go. Here we go. There's my gay history lesson. All right, here we go. Stare downs. Let's see how they're looking now. Thank God I'm not having to hear it. All right. Claudio Ribeiro. I mean, he looked good on the scales, dude. He's a specimen for sure. I just think he's kind of a one-dimensional, wild, sloppy striker. And I think that, yeah, it's not Joseph Holmes play all like that. I'm not liking it as much anymore. So I have Holmes, but now I'm kind of like, oh, fuck. At least he's not being all like cocky and shit and acting like it never happened. He's kind of like being humble about it. All right, so they're good, nice and respectful. And Holmes is big, man. Holmes is bigger than Hibiero. He's taller. But yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. Oh god, I'm not gonna cash it out. I'm still gonna stick with Holmes. I think he's a better fighter all around. Probably choke him. But this one, oh god, yeah, fuck that. Didn't happen. That one got pulled. I'm not touching this, but I do think Haas is a live dog. I didn't have the balls to bet him. I was too pussy, but I do think Haas is live. But for topology, I'm gonna go with Aliskerov. I think it's just gonna be Sambo fucking, and he's just gonna be pushing Phil up against the cage. Robo knee Phil is not gonna be able to defend the takedowns as well. And even if he doesn't get taken down, it's just that control time against the fence. I'm going to say Aliskerov probably by boring decision. This could be the snoozer, man. I mean, Haas could get finished too. If Aliskerov is ending up on top, Haas doesn't have the best chin, and he has a little bit of quit in him. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Aliskerov was a little bit bigger. Dude. Oh yeah, dude. I don't even have the right fucking avatar up right now, dude. Fucking Staredown inspection station, dude. Yeah. This is not my most confident. Jackie Boy will disagree. Jackie Boy is all in on Braxton Smith. I am on Braxton Smith myself. I bet Braxton Smith. I Braxton Smith by first round knockout. But it's first round KO or bust, pretty much. Parker got in shape for this fight. If Braxton cannot get the finish, I think he's going to get finished. I think Porter will probably take him down and smash him or sub him. But that first round, that's all Smith does is just tuck his chin and try. Well, he doesn't always tuck his chin, but just tries to take your fucking head off. So Porter a little bit bigger, a little bit taller. Smith is pretty fucking jacked. Not much with the stare down there, just kind of staring each other down, gave a handshake. Yeah, everything in between. Whatever that shit is, dude. I don't know nothing about that, but it's not like I'll reject them from joining the pregame or anything. I'm eating burgers and apple pie to celebrate nice. Cause America, Bo Dick. Where's America, Bo Jock? Yeah, America's pretty cool. I like America. You could do worse. You could definitely do worse. But yeah, this fight is pretty good. This is pretty good. This is another where I do think it's kind of corny to say and like kind of cliche, but it's kind of striker versus grappler. Marina's the striker, Burns the better grappler. Whichever realm this fight takes place, that fighter will win. If it's mostly a grappling affair, it's Janji Doba time. It's on the feet. I think Marina's going to fuck her up. Now, this jank right here, I think this is the mismatch of the fight, the mismatch of the card. I don't know how this got made or why this got made. I guess they're pretty confident they're either confident in Bedoya or they're like, yo, Chaos, can you give us a fucking crazy knockout to fire people up for the prelims or whatever? But dude, watching the tape, I wanted to get on the Bedoya side because the line was like, oh shit, plus 250. But after the tape, dude, he's gonna get fucking smoked. Like, he squares up in front of his opponents so much. He got dropped by some 40-year-old dude in his second to last fight. He was getting tagged by the last dude he fought, who is not nearly as dangerous as Chaos Williams. I think this is the mismatch. I think Chaos is gonna fucking destroy this dude. I bet Chaos Williams by first round knockout as well. Intense, but they do dap up. Bedoya was talking shit. I hope he keeps that same energy and confidence, because if he tries to walk him down with that shute boxe shit, motherfucker, you ain't Charles Oliveira. You cannot fucking count on your grappling. Like, Chaos will just fucking crush you. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. The music is so fucking corny for these stare downs, man. These ceremonial weigh-ins are really fucking, I think they're whack. Joe screaming at the top of his lungs, "Hey, Kennedy, I don't know, man. I'm sure it's cool if you're there. I'm sure it's probably really badass if you're there. Like, but like, watching it from the TV is like, it's a little cheesy. I mean, Kennedy towers over him, as you might expect. They're both excited, man. Both smiling. Clark off in his face. Yeah, I think Kennedy knocks him out. Here you go, Jack. The steamroller. Let's see what kind of pop he gets from the crowd. They don't even know who the fuck he is. They don't even know who the fuck he is. That is hilarious, dude. Yeah, like all the hardcore like degens and shit know who Frivola is, but the crowd does not fucking know who he is, dude. Dog, you ain't him. You are not him. Let's see how Andrew looks. Let's see if that gaunt, angular look of the cheekbones that he did for the catch with Chase Utley. Let's see if see if he's filled out a little bit more. Yeah, it looks like a little bit. Dober getting about the same applause Frivola got. That's hilarious. Frivola, who are you getting tough with, Frivola? Dober smiling at him. Frivola super duper intense. Drops down in the Conor McGregor stance, chest out. He is going to get fucking slumped. God, he's going to get knocked out. This ain't fucking Gennaro Valdez, homie. Trading Drew Dober. Trading with Dober is different, dude. That ain't like trading with Ottman and fucking Gennaro. All right, here we go. Charles Jordan, Cron, Gracie for this. I'm picking Charles. I think he's knocked Cron out on the feet. But yeah, he could get choked too, so I'm not touching it. All right. According to this guy, the earth is flat. and he's a killer, and he's been shooting guns in his backyard. I don't know. That's what he said. All right. With the Nate Diaz stance up like he's a boxer. And yeah, didn't even get close to shaking hands. Okay. Now, if you ask Jack, he'll tell you the same thing I will. Evloev is the fucking truth, dude. Mavsar is the motherfucking truth. You can call him boring. That's fine. That's fair. But he's probably gonna beat your favorite fighter. He's probably gonna beat your favorite featherweight. He's probably gonna grapple fuck your favorite featherweight. Now, he's gonna whoop this dude. He's gonna take him down, grapple fuck him, may or may not get the finish. It doesn't matter. He's walking through Diego Lopez. If it's a decision, it's gonna be like a 30-26, maybe like 30-25. He could get a pair of like 30-20 10-8s. But I do, and man, I'm impressed with Mavsar's English too, man. I was impressed. He was speaking in full sentences, complete sentences in English, like stringing his paragraphs together. I was very impressed. Like I know like one Russian word, so I was impressed with that. And I just think that I like what he said, that he wants bigger fights, and I think he should get them after this. Enough of the fucking fringe top 15. Enough of the Mike Grundys and like Dan Ige and shit like that. Let's get him a fucking real fight, dude. Yeah. Jan is not the caliber of fighter that beats Jessica Andrade. I mean, we're looking at final form Andrade. Jan is in final form too, and they're not on the same level. Jessica's younger. She's better pretty much everywhere. Oh, unless you count pity pat point fighting, which is not going to win her this fight. If she tries to fucking stand with Jessica and point fight, she's going to get whooped. So yeah, Andrade inside the distance is my play here. I'll put the all the bets and shit up. We'll talk a little bit more after these are over. Just about done anyway. Yeah, I like Burns here. I don't hate anyone on the Bilal side. I can see the path to victory for Bilal. I just can't see him going 5 rounds with Gilbert and either one not getting hurt or not getting subbed. And I think if he hurts him, he's probably going to get subbed. Yeah, Gilbert looks really fucking good. Yeah, Bilal was talking that shit, dude. He turned heel on Jersey. So he definitely made himself the bad guy. He loves it. He's definitely a live dog, man. Probably one of the livest dogs. I mean, if he busts my parlay, I'll be pissed. But like, that's why I didn't play Gilbert too heavily. It's just I have one parlay for this fight. It's a 3-legger. Burns is anchoring it, so I'm definitely hoping he wins. I think he will, though, man. Burns hits hard, dude. That is an outstanding fight, Joe. I agree with that. All right, Bilal. This ain't fire, dude. They didn't shake hands. They didn't fucking dap up. They didn't do nothing, dude. All fucking business, man. Durinho and Muhammad are not fucking around, dude. They have both been guaranteed a title shot if they win. The winner of this fight will be next up after Colby. So, yeah, that's fucking hot fire. I think that's going to be more of a performance of the night, though. Could be a war. That could be fight of the night. But I think that if one of them gets their game going, it's going to look a little more one-sided. I don't think Bilal can like rely on just like continuously taking Gilbert to the ground. It's really fucking dangerous. People don't like to go to the ground with Gilbert a lot. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. A lot of his fights just stay on the feet. And if they do go to the ground, it's him fucking dominating somebody. And like, that's the other thing too. It's like the fights that he loses is when he gets fucking hurt. I don't see like Gilbert Burns and Sean Brady are not on the same level, man. It's a different level of toughness. And just Bilal don't fucking hit that hard, dude. It's not like he one punched Sean Brady either. He had to hit him like 150 fucking times. It's just you doing that much fucking trading with Gilbert, he's gonna clip you. So yeah, I think Burns knocks him out or subs him. Like Luque is good. He's a good grappler. He's got good front chokes, but he is not the submission threat that Gilbert Burns is. I'm sorry, he's just not. Luque's not a one-punch knockout dude either, man. He's an accumulation striker. He hits harder than Bilal, but, you know, he's still someone that builds. Gilbert can fucking put you down with one. And that's the other thing. Even if he doesn't knock him out cold, if he hurts Bilal, I've seen Bilal when he gets hurt before. He looks like a deer in the fucking headlights. It's totally going to change the outlook. It'll change the fucking, what is it? Change the, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Not the texture of the fight. It'll change the, God damn it. Why is this word eluding me? All right, so here we got Henry Cejudo versus Aljamain Sterling. For the Bantamweight Championship, boys. Undisputed. Bantamweight champion on the line. Sterling defending his title. Cejudo looks good, man. He looked rough this morning. He looks good now. He's a fucking tank, dude. All right, here we go. The heel, the Oscar winner himself, man. I tell you what, dude, I've never been more about the cringe. I've never wanted. I did not like Henry Cejudo for a long time, but I have never been closer to being a Henry Cejudo fan. I've never like wanted him to win a fight more. I've never like supported Triple C as much as I have in this fight. I think. All right, I'll tell you what I think in a second. See how they size up. I mean, Aljamain, they're both talking shit. I don't think you're stopping him. Oh, Sterling pushed him. You're next. Nah, that's a champ. That's a champ that never lost his belt. Henry looking jacked, dude. Oh! So tomorrow night I'm gonna eat some Jamaican jerk chicken. Henry talking spicy. Aljo's on that shit, dude. Him and Marab are both on EPO. Look at those striations, dude. He is absolutely on the sauce. Dude, his abs have abs. That's crazy. But yeah, that's a good ass fight, dude. That's a really fucking good fight. It's a 50-50. For sure. 50-50 fight. I like Cejudo. If Sterling wins, I won't be shocked. If he subs Cejudo, I won't be shocked. If he knocks out Cejudo with a knee or something, I won't be shocked. That's his least likely path to victory. I can see him outpointing Cejudo and getting a couple rounds with grappling, but man, I have always maintained that there are some exceptions. Elite Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners cannot be counted out, but if it's a really good wrestler, they can usually keep themselves safe. And a smart fighter like Cejudo, man, I just think I'm picking him because other than the jiu-jitsu, I think he's better everywhere. I don't think cardio is a problem for him. They're both, I don't know, man. I'd say Cejudo might be a little bit more durable. Maybe. Close, though. I wouldn't say Sterling is chinny, but I think that, seen him sparked out cold, got dropped by Jan. Henry's not pillow-fisted, man. Henry does hit pretty hard. I don't necessarily think he's going to knock out Sterling, though. I think he could crack him. I think he can stun him. I think he can drop him. But I don't see him just like one-punching Sterling. But he does hit hard. He's gotten better with the striking over the years for sure. He was kind of a wrestler that just, had a good knee, but man, he's gotten better with the striking. The wrestling ain't going nowhere. He's clearly the better wrestler. If he just wrestles, he can probably win. If he mixes it up, he can win. If Sterling plays jiu-jitsu with Cejudo on top of him, he's going to get fucking smashed. So it's going to be up to Sterling to be really fucking tricky in the grappling exchanges, try and get Cejudo's back as quick as he can. I don't know, man. I can see Sterling winning. I can see him taking the back and maybe choking Cejudo, but I can see Cejudo winning in a few different ways myself. So it's close, though. But those are my picks officially. Those are locked in on Tapology. You're next. Kennedy look ready too. Yeah. Ain't gonna matter though. Now that we have checked out the Staredowns, got a little bit more time left. This is probably gonna be about a 2-hour stream. Might go a little over. We'll see. But I'm getting down to my limit, my 20-hour fucking whack-ass limit on StreamYard free. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If it's 2.5 hours, whatever, that's not a big deal. Okay, I said this before. I'll say it again. This is for entertainment purposes only. If you'd like to die penniless, sure, take this as gambling advice or financial advice. But if you do, you're tailing at your own risk. Bet responsibly and call that number if you can. Okay, so yeah, boys, we're climbing back out of the hole. Had 2 winning weeks in a row. We're going to get number 3. We're going to get number 3, and we're going to get up out of this hole, and we're going to get into the green for this year. And we're going to start it out with Joseph Holmes. Fuck! I don't believe it! The one fucking fighter that misses weight. God damn, boys. God damn it. Shit! I still think he's a better fighter, though. I still think he can sub him. He didn't look that drained. I think he stopped cutting weight early this morning / last night. And he's been hydrating. So, yeah. I think he's a better fighter. I think he subs Javier. Now, I mentioned both of these. I'm pretty sure my dude Jackie Boy is on these as well, which makes me feel real good. Y'all know what happens when Jack and I are on the same side. Good things tend to happen. So I'm hoping that trend continues. I like Braxton Smith round 1 KO. Parker Porter, in my opinion, is coming back way too fucking soon after getting slumped by Justin Tafa. Porter doesn't have a good chin. Braxton Smith, even if he loses, you can guarantee that he will sell out and try and get you that first round knockout. Maybe it doesn't work out here. He did lose to Chase Sherman. Parker Porter beat Chase Sherman. Now, you know how it fucks with Bobo Sherman. But, yeah, that's not the best look. So, yeah, it's round 1 KO or bust. He will I feel like this bet right here, I think he's going to fight for my money. That's literally all he does is get first round knockouts. So I think that he will go for prop is like throwing a dart, especially if you're doing a round prop and a method prop, but it's like, that's what he does. So I know he's going to try and do that. And Parker just got chinned, and he's not the most durable guy. Like, he doesn't take big starches him. Let's fucking go. Huh? You like that, Jack? Let's fucking go, Jack. Are you on fucking Joseph Holmes too? Let's fucking go. I know you already said Braxton was your most confident dog. Yeah, I think he chin checks him, man. Parker's coming back way too soon. It's not like Tafa's some world beater either. And I like this one. This is the mismatch of the card to me, dude. Parker's 3-3. Like, he has some UFC wins, but this dude is a debutante. And like I said, he was looking sketchy against some nothing ass Peruvian fighters, man. Like, just cab drivers, dude. And the one dude, like I said, the second to last guy he fought, like, flattened him with a right hand. And that's Chaos Williams, man. He ain't getting up. He hits too hard. Bedoya is too dismissive of return fire. He has that Terminator shoot the boxer style, Muay Thai style, where he just plods forward, stands right in front of his opponent. He switched stances a lot, and because of that, just stays squared up. He is going to get flattened. I think that Chaos is going to start this dude within like 2 or 3 minutes. I don't think it's even going to be like into the first round. I think it's going to be like a few minutes. The first big exchange, I think he's getting put down and put away. Yep. Sucking that fluid out from around his brain. Let's fucking go, Jack. That's what I'm saying, dude. He looked discouraged and he looked upset about, because I think he knew he was going to miss, but like, even DC was saying, it's like, he doesn't look bad. Like, he doesn't look sucked out or drained. It's like, he's already a bigger dude. I think he'll sub that motherfucker. I think he's going to club and sub Hibiera. Club and sub for Ugly Man Joe. First round knockout Braxton Smith. First round knockout Chaos. Now, I know this is where we differ, and we talked about this before, and I will echo the sentiment that I expressed before. Even if I'm wrong here, I know that Jack will be cashing. He'll be happier than a pig in shit, be splashing around that fucking magic honeypot. And so I can at least, that'll at least help that fucking jagged little pill go down. But yeah, I got Andrade inside the distance. This is one of my more, like, Andrade is my L word. Now, this parlay, this was the first. No, it's not. The last play that I'm going to give you is the first play that I actually made in chronological order. But this was the second play I made. It's not like I blind made this because I know I'm very familiar with all these fighters. Recently, not so recently. So I didn't really have to tape any of these. I feel like even if you pick the other side of these, you wouldn't really have to tape them that much. These are all fighters that we're all very familiar with, especially in recent years. They've all been active. So this is my parlay. I'll have one parlay. I understand that either Clark or Frivola or Bilal any of them could bust this parlay. I understand that. But I think, while I say that, I think that all these guys win by finish. It could be 3 knockouts, dude. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2. I got Kennedy and Dover both winning by knockout. I got Burns actually winning by club and sub. But we'll see. But that's my parlay for the card. See what happens with that. And then this was the first bet I made. I don't care what he says. I do think he's the side, but I don't think he's finishing Sterling. I think it's going to be a 5-round fight. Am I worried about maybe getting jobbed by the fucking judges? Robbed because Sterling is, the East Coast dude, the New York dude? Maybe. But I do think that is Cejudo's most likely path to victory. Now, I'll be happy for Cejudo. And as a Jan stan, I'll secretly be loving Sterling going down. But yeah, obviously I want him to win by decision. If he does finish him, if Cejudo knocks out Sterling or ground and pounds him out, that's the show stealer. That's performance of the night, stealing the show in the biggest spot, main event. Yeah, that's gonna take it. But it's tough, man. Sterling is not a walk in the park. He is very awkward. He is a lethal submission grappler. And I think there is a chance that Cejudo can get choked. But I think it's a little bit more likely that Cejudo smashes him en route to I'm not going to say it's like he 50-45s him, but I'm going to say it's like a pretty clear 48-47 or 49-46, where it's like, yeah, maybe Aljamain gets a couple rounds, but the round Cejudo wins, he clearly wins, where it's like not that tough to score. But you never know, man. It's MMA. It's gambling. These are risks. Every one of these is a risk. That's why they're all plus money. I'm new at this. I'm just over a calendar year of gambling on MMA. I've made less than 5 plays that were not plus money. Even if it's parlays, it's like it's not worth it to me. I know I'm not betting very much, but it's not worth it to me if I'm not getting plus money for whatever I'm looking for. Now I'm still learning about value and things like that, and like implied value and all that shit. Like I'm a fucking rookie still, but to me, like I like all of these plays at plus money, and I'm starting to like the single plays more. Those seem to be a little bit more. I've seemed to be a little bit more consistent with those as of late. Let's fucking go, Jack. That's all I need to, dude. That would be all I need. Let's go. Come on. That's got to be a good sign, dude. That has got, as much as me and Jack go back and as much as we butt heads on these fights, it just seems like when we align on these fucking fights, dude, it's like usually good shit happens. So let's hope that. Let's fucking, harness energy, block bat. It's a flow, Jack. Feel it. I was thinking decision initially, but now I kind of feel like he's going to melt him like an ice cream. Well, I mean, yeah. I won't be, if that ends up costing me like a winning night, I'll be upset, but I won't, like, as a fan, I'll be elated. As a Jan stan, I'll be over the fucking moon. And just as a fan in general, yeah. I feel like that will be the universe riding itself. But yeah, I want that decision. Cejudo likes to talk a big one too. I'm gonna say he gets close to finishing him a couple times, but he hangs tough, and it's like there's no way you can say that he lost the round because he almost gets him out of there, kind of shit. That's kind of what I'm fucking feeling, Jack. I'm kind of feeling like a 49-46. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, man, yeah, you can give Aljo the first, maybe the second, but these last three, Henry's really put it on him, kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Cejudo is not no fucking bum, dude. He's a fucking Olympic and 2 weight class UFC champion. I mean, Sterling is like, he's kind of in the same generation as like Dillashaw and then maybe a little bit younger, but not much. It's not like Aljo is a fucking spring chicken. He's like 33. And I don't think Cejudo's washed, man. He's not 38. He's 36. I know that's not ideal for a flyweight, but the wrestling is elite. The wrestling is truly elite, and the striking has gotten a lot better, and he cracks. He hits harder than Sterling. With the punches, absolutely. There's legitimately a case for that, too. There's not like, you can make arguments, but like they're not any stronger than the one you for two, you know. He is in a category where it's like there's only a couple people that you can argue. But man, if he wins this fight, I don't know, dude. That's going to be pretty fucking tough. He is up there, man. He's already kind of up there on the Rushmore with me, honestly. Jones, Cejudo. Jones, Cejudo, GSP. I don't know. I don't know who's the fourth one you put up there. Aldo. I think it's Aldo over Anderson for me. Aldo, maybe McGregor. I don't know, man. I think he is. Who else would be up there? You can't put Anderson over Cejudo, man. The dude's Anderson was fighting and beating on his like run, which is really the only reason people have him up there. Is like, oh, look at this title defense run. Yes, that's impressive. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying that Anderson isn't one of the best, but to like put him as like the guy, or like I can't quite put him on Mount Rushmore, dude. Like it's fucking like the guys on that are like Chris Laban and fucking Forrest and Rich Franklin and Chael, and I don't know, man. Chael whooped his ass and then got that lucky triangle, like knocked out twice by Weidman, beat by Bisping. He's just not. Anderson is not quite there for me. I think Anderson is. I think his GOAT status is a little bit overrated and overstated. I know. I know how you feel about Jones. I don't care for John Jones either. As a person, he's a fucking scumbag. But yeah, he's up there for me. I gotta put him over Connor. He never got knocked out by Dusty, you know. Yeah, and I'd say the recent performance over Gone like that, like that's pretty good. Connor, as of late, I don't know. Stubborn Mick, step into my office. Let's do some blow. What up? No, I do not. No, thank you. I've not had anything up my nose in years, and it feels so good. What up, Mick? You just missed the grease, dude. You just missed my greasy little. Since Mick is here, I will go back through my greasy little slate. Feast your eyes on this, Stebbin. What do you think about this shit? Ugly Man, Braxton round 1, Chaos round 1, Jessica inside the distance, Kennedy, Dober, Burns, and Triple Goat by decision. That's like that. Yeah, I was hurt my nose. I am the one with the ball. I am the one that can throw it faster than fuck. Mick, are you ready for some next level shit? You are no longer students. You are cold-blooded murderers. Cuddy, what do you need, bro? Oh, dude, back in the late 2000s, early 2010s, I was obsessed with the first, not the whole thing, but the first season of Eastbound. Oh yeah, dude. Mongoloid Mike to bust his head open. Oh man, dude. I have seen Schaefer BMW. This is no bullshit. Coming back from Outer Banks beach trip, breakdown in Wilmington, and getting taxied to the auto body shop where we got the repairs done. We passed Schaefer BMW. It's in Wilmington. That's where it was filmed. Actually, Schaefer BMW. Woo! But yeah, dude, that's funny. How long am I gonna stay here? 4 fucking years. I'm kidding. Don't tell my Warriors what to do. Stevie Janowski.
Got a call from Ashley Schaefer. He was talking big money, $500, $250 in cash, and the rest in coupons to local businesses. Fucking Janowski, like a best friend. You fucking mess with me, I threw a brick in your face.
God. Name the file, press record now before I smash your fucking face in. Yeah, dude. Now that makes me want to go watch Eastbound. That makes me want to watch some fucking KP at the bat.
Throw a fucking fastball, motherfucker. Shit. Go to the bar, get shit face. Get me paid, bitch. Superstar. Fucking Dr. Cock and Balls.
Yeah, man. That's a very, very funny show. Cassie, I know how the fuck eBay works. Talk about you. What's the damage? What's your commish? Fucking Stevie Janowski, man. The old your favorite sycophant's favorite sycophant. You want people to say your name gay? Why don't you go back to I gotta check out the new Evil Dead flick. It does look good, man. I do want to see that. I really like the remake too. The 2013 Evil Dead. I think I saw that shit in theaters with my brother. Yep. Yeah, dude, we got net. Yeah, I remember that now. Got fucking crushed. It was good. I like the remake, and this one looks good as well. Oh, Renfield. That's the other horror. I was thinking if there was another horror movie that I want to see is Renfield. That looks like a good time. This needs to be fucking repacked. White Walker again, boys. Smoked some yesterday. Well, I didn't go live yesterday, but yeah. I had this yesterday, and I had to get another slice today. And it is fucking Danklin Ben Franklin. Fucking like the thing. There on the internet. You just butt fucked me out of $4,993. So yeah, boys, that's the 288. No longer the pregame, but that's the show. That's the weigh-in show. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, these are my picks. Oh my dude, the party scene, that shit cracks me up. You and me are the coolest people at this party. Everyone else is just a bunch of posers and hoes and shitheads. Fucking dressed exactly the same. No, change yourself for me. Fucking Cuddy gets drunk. Gets all about it with Kenny. You work for me because you are jack shit now. Look at this dude. Don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Sitting there playing with his dick. I don't even know what he's saying. He said you work for him because you're jack shit now. Fucking ridiculous. Dude, it's hilarious, man. I actually need to give the rest of that show an honest look. Because I watched some of the second season, it was funny, and I would just kind of see like scenes here and there, but I never really gave it a chance. So I might need to go back and watch some of the rest. I did see some of the third season when Schaefer comes back with the black biker gang. I do remember a little bit of that. That was fucking absurd. But I can't like remember any quotes or anything from it. Yeah, dude, it's racy in more ways than one. I love the one where they go to the water park. Fun. My memory's patchy on it. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the first season of that show. I watched the shit out of it. I think I'm gonna go now. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I don't want to, but fucking I'm running out of time. I'm a fucking gay ass free StreamYard. Only gives you 20 fucking hours a month. It's ridiculous. But I did find out this, and this is good. They won't cut you off mid broadcast. So it's not like, okay, 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Kill it. Like it'll let you keep going, but you just can't create new ones. So even if I do get like cut down on the very last stream, I can still do it for as long as I need to. So I was down to like 5.5 hours before I started this one. So we're at just over 2 hours now. I'd like to end it before 2.5 hours because that'll give me 3 hours left. I still need to do a few streams. It renews on the 14th or 15th. But yeah, shit got tight, and that's always the first one that goes, dude. Of all the streaming services and all the shit we have, this is the most expensive one. It's $25 a month. That's not even the premium, dude. That's StreamYard basic, $25 a month. Fuck that. So yeah, running out of time. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start to wrap it up. Before I get out of here, I do want to say shout out to the Rabid Dog, Mr. Arkansas. I watched most of Ark's stream last night. Towards the end of it, I was in bed and had the headphones in and I just passed out. So I haven't seen the very end, so I'll have to go back and rewatch that. But basically up until that point, I got the gist of it. And I don't know. I'm not totally, because like Arcus said that he's going to leave before, and he's ended up coming back. So maybe it'll just be temporary, but it sounds like he may be done with the MMA community and going back to doing just like wrestling stuff and making videos. I think he said he's done with the live streaming and the games and stuff. If that's true, if that's the case, that's unfortunate. But also, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what's in the best interest. If you're a content creator, you got to do what's in the best interest of your channel. And only Ark knows that for sure. So if that's what it is he needs to do to get, the best views or the best interaction or whatever, I respect that. Yeah, I'll definitely be bummed out if that's like no more mechas or anything, but it just is what it is. But it sounds like, yeah, he may be like his channel's not going to go anywhere, but I think he said he might be just going back to doing videos and making more wrestling content. But I'm going to check that out if that's what he does. And yeah, shout out to him. I still need to watch like the very end of it, but it was like Javon was getting on there. I was like, okay, I'm falling asleep anyway. Like, that was it. So yeah, check it out for yourselves. But yeah, shout out to the Rabid Dog, and I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I want you to bring me on for your show so we can talk about Kenny Powers. I will allow 5 minutes of M&A to talk about that if it has to be about KP. Yeah, dude, dude, you might have to get in line, Mick, because I've made like a couple people. I feel like I've made like 3 or 4 people like that same promise. Like, dude, I don't usually bring people on here, but I may have to have you come on and talk about this and this and this. And I feel like I've said that to like 2 or 3 people now. I don't understand that though. I've donated a bit of money to the show in a month period. I know other people donated well. I think. So yeah. I mean, I'll say this, man. Wrestling, dude, wrestling is bigger than some people think. And like the wrestling community, the WWE universe, that motherfucker is huge, bro. So it might take a little bit of an adjustment, but yeah, if as entertaining as Ark is, if he just focuses on wrestling and just jumps into that world with both feet, I think he can definitely find a niche for himself. Cause that's like where he came from. And like he has kind of like a wrestler's like promo personality slash radio host. I think that's kind of like, I don't think he'll have a problem at all having success with the wrestling. And yeah, it kind of just sounds like, yeah, it's a combination of things, but I can't really get into the mind of the Rabid Dog. I can only react to what I see and hear or what I hear on the show. One kicking off the top of the hour, nice. Yeah, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, shout out to the general. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna cut this before 2.5 hours. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Fucking skeevy stoner. Now I can't remember. I don't know, man. Y'all have a good weekend. Best of luck. I'll be around. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get my loop going here. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, for sure. Dude, if you just like I don't know who would host. That's I don't know who would host that. All right, dude. Here's the deal. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about Kenny Powers for an hour. It's gonna be me and 2 cents. So yeah, you gotta find. We'll have to find a platform for that. Oh, dude, he's hilarious. That's some of Ark's best stuff. Is when like he's making fun of people and like shitting on people and cutting promos. That's the sweet spot for me. Oh, dude, yeah, his videos were awesome, man. That's like when I first found his channel, it was and that's like the first time I ever interacted and was commenting on a prediction video. So yeah, if he goes back to just doing that and like still does the clown show shit, yes, that's fucking sick. Dude, I will laugh my fucking ass off if I end up on that. And I probably will. If he keeps doing that, I probably will because he said he's going to cover the people that make predictions and shit around the community with me being on Aaron's show. I know I'm going to have a bad week at some point and I'm going to probably end up on there, but I will laugh my fucking ass off, dude. The Kenny Powers hour. Yeah, dude. KP hour. The Shelby sensation. So yeah, man. Let's see what else is there? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna fucking do the outro. because I'm all stoned now and I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. I'm gonna play with my dick. All right. I'm gonna start to mosey. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Wrestling's big. If you can catch fire with a wrestling dude, oh my god. It's massive, man. All right, so let me get shit going here. All right, gentlemen. That's another one. Another pretty good one. We did have this peaked at 11 viewers, which is awesome. I always like to try and get over the double-digit mark, even if it's just 10. That's what I'm aiming for. So I appreciate all the interaction, all the traffic. Make sure y'all smash the like button if you don't mind on your way out. But this is a good stream, man. I appreciate everyone that came through. I hope everyone has a good weekend. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Haven't not mentioned them yet, but shout out to the boys at Post Sports Radio. I will be in there Saturday night watching the fights. I hope that I can actually brag about some fucking bets that cash. So this will be if I have another good week, dudes, it's 3 winning weeks in a row. So I like to go in there and, celebrate. But yeah, man, I hope y'all have a good weekend. Best of luck. I know some of us are on the opposite sides of some of these fights, but at least one of us is winning, dude. Fuck. So yeah, man. Let's all get as rich as possible, and hope y'all enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the fights. Some pretty good ones. Yeah, dude. I don't have too much else to say. Have a good weekend. Happy Cinco de Mayo. This has been just my 2 cents, and I will catch you boys on the next one. Peace.